Well, good evening, morning, lunchtime, fish. My name's Eddie Izzard, and this is my banana. So, yeah, there we go. I can do it.
This is Eddie Izzard on 1FM. This is Eddie Izzard on 1FM.
Well, hi, people. Hey, people of the world who are listening on Radio 1 and Sunday lunchtime, which I must admit, I don't know who that is. Probably two cats and a banana. That's why I'm on. They're giving me the whole thing. They're paying me £40 billion, scaled down to, I don't know, actually, I've got probably threepence, in old money, probably. Sort of 6D, if you remember that. Remember 6D, and then you could get something, you get a bag of crisps and had a bag of sugar in it. Not sugar, salt. Anyway, I'm talking complete rubbish. Yes. Now, what am I doing? I'm actually doing this. I'm actually running the whole thing because I'm pulling all the knobs up and down and stuff. So even though it sounded quite, fairly all right at the beginning, that was me. I did that. Yeah, I'm quite pleased about that. So I'm going to play another track because I want to get a lot of music played. So here we go with Arrested Development.
Tennessee. 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 Tennessee.
Lord, I've really been real stressed down and out.
That was Arrested Development there. Hi, you're listening to BBC Radio Izzard, apparently. Well, because I bought Radio 1 for a penny off Westminster Council because it looked a bit like a graveyard, and all that kind of stuff. Interesting, huh? Yep, so I'm doing that. I'm actually doing it from the Radio 2 studios because, I don't know, because someone's in Radio 1 and I'm over here. But it's all live and I'm pushing a button. Pushing what? Pushing all the buttons, that's what I mean. And, one of the reasons, I'm plugging something. Well, I'm plugging my own thing because I'm actually going into the Albury Theatre, which is the Albury Theatre, because I think it was the Albury family that died, and they said, give it to, name a theatre. And it was called the Albury, but now everyone calls it the Albury, which must piss them off an enormous amount. So anyway, I'm in there for the 31st of January, and that's my plug for 7 weeks. I'm just going there and I talk rubbish, and that is my way. But that's the plug over. And now I've got a single up, and... a single from the WASP Factory, a single called MANDY Says. It's out on the 28th of February on Revolver APT, and here it comes.
Eddie Izzard on 1FM.
Welcome back to me and my voice. So that's the WASP Factory, and that single actually produced by John O'Neill from the Undertones, and their first single out on Revolver APT. God, do I know a bit about it? God knows who they're signed to, but there we go. The WASP Factory. Now, what do we got? Oh, news, weather, traffic, fish. News. Oh, I got a picture. I was looking at the pictures today because this is all live, by the way. I can show you because I'm rattling the thing. I can tell you the exact time as well, which is 12 minutes past 2 and 5 seconds. No, 12 minutes past 1 and 5 seconds. No, it's 11, 8 seconds, 9 seconds. It's to prove it's live and it's not recorded. And the picture of John Major on the front, looking really kind of gluing his toupee on kind of position, which he's not having a fun time at the moment, is he? So, yes, an assassination attempt on Prince Charles, and have you noticed on the assassination thing? Well, it just... security, Secret Service people, they just look like, very, very cool before any assassination attempt or whatever, think security problem happens. And they got all the dark glasses on, and then as soon as it happens, they just come on like a bunch of kids at school. They get him, Kev, go on, sit on his head, run, push him over. Just doesn't look, you don't look terribly safe, do you? That's what I think. I don't think you're terribly safe. So, yes, and I'm going to play another record now, and, I'm going to play it up now. Yeah, because I can just do that. It's supposed to segue in smoothly, isn't it? This is what DJs get really good at. This is why, this is my first time. So if it's a bit clunky, just give me a break, right? But here we go, smoothly into U Nation. That was U Nation there, and High and Higher. And, now we're back with me. Traffic news, there's traffic everywhere on the roads, apparently. We've been told cars going along. Actually, if you're in London, I know it's a bit Londonist if you're in the Outer Hebrides, but if you're in London, Sunday is the worst day. Everyone gets in cars, and they say, hey, let's get in the car and join the traffic jams, because it's worse traffic jams, worse than, worser, is that the right word? No. Not as good? No, I don't know. It's a word like that. Badder? No, it doesn't. I don't know what it is. Anyway, they get in huge traffic jams, and the traffic jams are even worse. That thought, even worse. Even worse than during the week. You know, week you got everyone going to work, but on Sunday, everyone says, let's get into traffic jams, especially in the Wimbledon area for some reason, and everywhere around London. So if you're travelling to London just for Sunday to do a bit of driving, then don't. And then sit in a bucket instead. It's much more interesting. So now up we have, I could play a jingle, but if I do that, you suppose jingles come in on the end of music, really, don't they? And that's what they do. And if I'm talking, go straight into a jingle. It sounds really stupid. Well, I'll play one anyway.
This is BBC Radio Izzard.
Oh, a long fade there. That was Angel from Belly on the Star album. And, I'm still Eddie Izzard. I don't know how often I'm supposed to say I'm Eddie Izzard, because, I assume people keep tuning in every second, but I suppose it's every couple of days they tune in if I'm on. So, I'm on from 1 till 2. 1 till 2, and it's live, and I don't care. And, because it's live, you can say things like, you can just go, and it's okay, and I can do that. And I can do that at 25 seconds past, it's 1:22, or 21 and 25 seconds. I did that, because I'm so keen on proving it's live. But, yes, so if you live in Kent, that's good, well done. And the weather there, I hope that's quite nice. I'm going to play more records, and I've lined them all up, and now I'm quite confused. Things I'm sort of on top of it. I'm sort of on top of this. And it throws me a bit, because I'm supposed to be all over the place, but I'm fairly on top, even though it doesn't sound, oh, whatever, I don't care. Here's another song. And who's now? Oh, Velvet Underground, here.
This is Eddie Izzard on 1FM.
Yep. Well, good evening. There's a yep at the end of that. Oh, that's very interesting. Oh, yes, we have that built into the cartridge. I said I wanted a jingle that goes, this is Eddie Izzard on 1FM. Yep. And so I actually heard that yep. I thought someone was saying yep to me, but it's actually on the cartridge. It's quite good. It proves it's live. It doesn't actually, but I just keep saying that because I'm a bit weird like that. Oh, there's a television here. Perhaps I can nick that. I just noticed in the corner, quite a nice one, quite a small one. There we go. Actually, you can be very, very quiet on Radio 1 as well. And, I have some stuff to take you. I'm doing plugs for another show on Radio 1, which is what DJs do. Goes to show that I can do it. And this is The Verbal for Loose Talk. Loose Talk's program, which is merging the comedy and the music, because, rock and roll is the comedy of the fishing of the 90s, of the 50s, of the whatever, all that kind of stuff. And music and comedy are moving together on Radio 1 in a much more kind of way. And, so Loose Talk programme is on, and it's tomorrow night. Radio 1's cult comedy show, Loose Talk, is being recorded at Mid Glamorgan University, which is in Tree Forest, which is probably a foresty kind of tree area, or Treforest, it could be. It's got Treforest. Well, if you're near it, you know how it's pronounced, but sorry if I'm killing that one. But anyway, yes, joining host Kevin Day, Mr. Kev, will be, joining him will be Pat Condell, Parrot, Mark Steele, and Hattie Hayridge. And tickets are absolutely free and are available from the Student Union at Mid Glamorgan University. It's absolutely free, completely and utterly, because it's illegal to charge, I believe, something like that. And the recording starts at 8:30. If you can't make it to Mid Glamorgan, never fear, because you can hear it broadcast on Wednesday at 9 p.m. on 1FM. That's a huge, chunky thing to say. But all those, they're great stand-ups. I know them from, because I'm a stand-up too. Yeah, that's how I know them. So yeah, that's Loose Talk. That's a plug for that. And as I throw it away, you see it's a piece of paper. There we go. And I throw it away. And now we're going to hear the Boo Radleys and their latest. Here we go.
Your official chart station.
BBC Radio 1FM.
Hi, Eddie Izzard here, sitting in for King Gustav of Sweden. Couldn't be in here today. He normally, of course, has a regular show on at 1 o'clock. King Gustav, great lad, plays some groovy tunes, and but his bad leg got run over by a tractor. driven by his wife, Queen Gustav of Sweden, and so they're all in hospital. So that's there. Just talking rubbish there. Weather report. There's a jingle that goes weather report. Weather. That's my weather jingle. The weather in Hallam Street, W1, which I can see out the window, is quite shiny. It's quite shiny down one end and then dark down the other end because it's at a street in London, so it's, So if you're in the W1 area, it's quite, there's a bit of sun. No rain as far as I can see. In the Outer Hebrides, no idea. Actually, it's quite interesting because they have the fishing, the heavy-duty calling all dog a bite, fish, quadswallop, tree trunk, elephant, all those different areas around the country, or in the North Sea and stuff, which are, attention, all figured bite. There's enormous squally stuff coming. They do that on Radio 4, but they also play Gardener's Question Time on Radio 4, and I just can't imagine these big, burly, huge sort of, what are they called? Fishermen, that's how they're called. Pulling in huge nets full of fish, listening to weather reports and gale reports, and then listening to Gardener's Question Time, people talking about azaleas are covered in greenfly. It's kind of weird. They must be tuned into that all the time. Yeah. Well, it's a thought that had struck to me. A thought that had struck me as well as struck to me. So now, in Spiral Carpets with Saturn 5, which I think is excessively groovy, and here it comes.
Eddie Izzard on 1FM.
Hi, I'm Eddie Izzard, but I've changed my name. Yes, actually, people keep saying to me, is Izzard my real name, which is Izzard, and it is. So, people keep saying, people thought it was a terrible pun on is hard, Eddie is hard, which is, God, the idea that I'd sat down and thought that up and thought, hey, that would work as a name. But it's my real name. So everyone who doesn't think it is, just check your whatevers and go away, because I don't want to go to Jamaica till Tuesday. Remember that old song? No one does. Because it didn't exist. Because everyone wants to go to Jamaica because it's enormously hot and they smoke stuff that makes your brain remove and live in a box somewhere. So I'm going to play a song now, and ladies and gentlemen, from Blur, from Modern Life is Rubbish, Chemical World, which I think is excessively groovy as well. Well, actually, if one was excessively groovy, this one just is kicking. That's another jingle I just played. Because I can press all the buttons. They're on cartridges, by the way, carts, as I know Jack D talked about this, but they're there, and you just shove them in and press buttons, and they re-spool unless you stop them in the midway, and then you have to press a fast button. It's all technology, because I quite like technology, because I can spell it, T-E-C-H, and then there's other letters as well. So, yes, it's 16 minutes to, and all this has been live. 16 minutes to, and 7 and 8 seconds, and 9 seconds, and 10 seconds, just to prove. Stop proving, because it's boring. People have had it proved many, many times. I'm now going to play, he said, rattling things to show he can rattle things. I am going to play K.D. Lang thing, because I'm into K.D. Lang, because her clothes-wise, she's going in the opposite direction to me, because I'm a transvestite, and I'm quite relaxed about it. But I'm not, I say that, and people think, oh, you're just saying that, but I'm not just saying that, I just am, and it doesn't matter, I just thought I'd mention it. But she, clothes-wise, she's going the other way, and I'm going the other way, it's all quite confusing, but anyway. So I like it. And she's got a voice, and she kicks that voice out. So here we go. This is a theme. This is off the soundtrack of Even Cowgirls Get the Blues, which you can't read because it's got stickers all over the front and the Radio 1 thingy. And I'm going to play it for you now.
Eddie Izzard on 1FM.
Good evening and welcome to China Tea for Bananas. I just thought I'd say that. God, I do talk rubbish. Dundalun, that's K.D. Lang, who is a funky woman with a voice as big as a big voice goes. I like it. Press buttons and pressing, and did I? Oh yes, I did that. I've got another track. Oh, this one. The production on this is old Mr. What's his face? Oh, God. This is going to be Curve, produced by Curve and Flood, and there's some pretty good production coming out of there on this track. And I've played it before, and I'll play it again. I don't care, me. I just don't care. Here we go. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm fading early, just a tad early, about 10 seconds, just because I want to get just a bit of Kate Bush in. And here we go with just a little bit of Eat the Music, track 3 from her album. Because I think it's kind of a spring thing, but we're still in winter, but you know, let's come out and... Anyway, listen to this. Sorry about fading there, but I'm just trying to get every track in, and it caused a real problem. So Kate Bush, who I'm also a fan of. Ladies and gentlemen, my last track today.
We sold our souls to the man. And you know what I'm talking about.
So, this has been Radio Izzard. Hope you enjoyed listening to it. If you didn't, then tough, because, you know, I was on. It's my thing. And, yeah, Eddie Izzard was the name. And I'm on at the Albury Theatre from the 31st of January. It's another plug. I don't care. So, happy birthday. And goodbye.